I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blood. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we've joined you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Yeah, he'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
To the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
It's a gain of 10.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Walk through that first contact. They'll bring up second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here now, second and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's a first down for their running back. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. Third and 5. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Talk things over before third down. the gun. He'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Cowboy 80.
On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Hold the set.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 77.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Savon Revel there to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. He gets that into the hands of Wilcox. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
Deputy! Viking 18!
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go.
Try to start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Let's go. Get up.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Quick throw here is complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Philadelphia.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8.
Tag. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Dallas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Eagles 7.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready, right?
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll look this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Javon Holland up to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Ready.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for an Eagles first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
70 Timberwolf. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception.
Ready up.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Come on. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. Now give on the ground, and he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Second and 10.
Warriors 70. Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Hey!
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Ready, break! Alert! Alert! Ready!
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8.
Check! Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Abdul Carter. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up third and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
19 Tiger!
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they'll wind up getting about 6, but he is stopped well short of the first down marker. It is fourth down.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This is going to be from 53 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And the Eagles are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll go with a counter on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row, and another first down.
First down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60. Alert, alert. Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Eagles 10.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. A decent field position to start this drive.
Get it. Trap all 80. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Check. Here we go, set.
much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. We'll try the right side this time. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Third down and 9. There's a marker down. Let's check on this call first. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He's inside the 25. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Dallas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a designed run. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
60 Eagles, 60.
They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. Oh, he's got a man open, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the 1st down. Good execution of the double pass. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line.
Mustang 19.
And that is really well read defensively.
promise you, that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. 18, right. 70 Lions. Chest 60. Chest 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Panther 11. Panther Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is caught inside the 30. And he will take this one in. 90 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Set up to throw. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain there of 27 yards.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward, gain of about 5.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. It's 3rd and 4. On the ground, it's Blue.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now, faking the give. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Hardy now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Eagles 17. Joshua Hardy to kick off.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. 18, 5, crack all 80.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with a pick.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Drop 50, drop 50. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
19 tight. Let's go.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for first and goal. Here's a run. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal.
70 Lions.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a fourth quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Out to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes. Landon Jackson in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as he's standing right around his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Cowboy 80. Steady.
Now a give up the middle, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Now a run on 1st down. And he's not going to outrun the defense. They push him back out of bounds. A loss of a couple.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Ready? 1918.
He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. He's on for the 2nd time. They're trying to get something inside the 10. Returnable from his own 4. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. File that under head scratcher. Really hard to understand what was going on there. But we do know what's going on the board. 2 points for the defense.
At some point, Mike, you just have to figure out, when is the party over? I mean, just go down, live to play another snap. But in this case, he just kept going back and back and back. And as you said, the defense now gets to come off the field, scoring 2 points.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
For about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Into the hands of Pickens. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Let's go now.
Here's a run going left with good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. 2nd and 10.
Check. Street. Set up.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Defense, how you perform on 3rd down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those 3rd down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
So on comes Joshua Party to try this field goal. This one from 41 yards out. Party's kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Okay, break. Cougar 19. Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it. And it brings up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
He will have Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They get the victory away from home in the division. This was so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Oak. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.